guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do the boys' names that I love but won't be using video. You guys have probably seen these go around. This has been like a really popular video on YouTube and I always love watching them. So in today's video, I'm just gonna be talking boy names and then I'll do a separate one with girl names. But since we found out that we're having a boy and I shared that with you guys, I thought I would do the boy one first. We have already decided on this baby boy's name. I'm just gonna say 10 names that I'm pretty positive we won't be using, but we really like. Now, I could change my mind and end up using one of these, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so the first boy name that I really like but won't be using is Caleb. And this is a name that Wes and I thought about early on. Wes really loves Cal as a nickname. So we were trying to kind of find names that would work to be shortened to Cal. This is one of those things that just didn't feel right to us. The second name is Connor, and Connor and Caleb both are fairly modern names compared to most of the names on our list. We both like really old-fashioned names and kind of like old man names, but I do like the alliteration of like the Connor Casto or Caleb Casto. I like the double C. The third name that I love is Henry. Henry is one of my favorite names. This was just one of those things where I really like the name, but Wes didn't. I think Henry is such a cute name. Like, I can picture it on a lot of different ages. That's a really important thing to me. I like names that kind of age well with the kid, but to me, like a little boy named Henry, that's just adorable. The next name that I love is Jack, and when Wes and I were very first brainstorming names and we came to the name Jack, we both were like, oh, I love the name Jack. And I'm almost positive that would have been this son's name if it wasn't for our last name, because when we said that out loud, Jack Casto, if you say it fast, Jack Casto, I don't know, it kind of sounds like jackass. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Even if that wasn't the case, I don't really like when the first name ends with the same sound as the last name starts with, because it kind of just all blends together like that. But if it wasn't for that, we would have totally picked the name Jack, because it's just, I just think it's such a cute name. It's timeless. So the next name that I love is Jude, and this was just another name that I liked but Wes didn't. It has that kind of sophisticated sound to it or something that I really like. The next name that I really like that I could still potentially see us using in some capacity is Samuel, and this was one that we really considered. We really went back and forth on this for quite a while, along with our current name that we ended up picking. But yeah, I really love the nickname Sam for sure, and it's just a really nice kind of timeless name. I think the main reason I consider using it or wanting to use it was because of the story of Samuel in the Bible. Hannah couldn't get pregnant and she prayed for a child, and God blessed her with Samuel. So yeah, because of the meaning, this was one that we went back and forth on a lot. This was probably in our second place position for the name of this baby. But I didn't like the sound of it, or I guess the feel of it, as much as the name that we ended up going with. And Wes and my mom, when I was talking to them about this, they're like, I think you're overthinking it. It doesn't, the meaning of the name isn't really as important. It's just gotta be a name that makes you happy. And so yeah, once they gave me that advice, I was like, yeah, then in that case, I like the other name better. The next name that I really like but won't be using is Oliver. And Wes really liked this too. I don't think he was crazy about it until one day when I said the full name out loud, Oliver Casto, and he was like, oh, that actually sounds really good. I really like that name. I like a lot of, I guess, kind of British names. I don't have a real reason why we wouldn't use it. It's just not at the top of our list, and it is kind of a popular name too, so that's the only other thing. The next name is Theodor, or Theo. This name means gift from God, so I love that name for the meaning. I also think it's just a really nice name. I like the shortening of Theo. The only reason we wouldn't use this one, I guess there's a couple of reasons, but first of all, Theo Casto, the O, the double O's at the end kind of sounds weird, and there's already a Theo in my family, so that one's out for that reason. The next name that I really love is Benjamin, or Ben, and I just think that's such a lovable name. I've met a lot of Bens, but they're always just such nice kind-hearted people. And I also love how 3-syllable names sound with Casto, but Wes just didn't like it, so I don't know. I think that he mentioned one time he doesn't really like soft sounding boys names like Henry and Ben, which I love that type of sound, but you know, it's just so subjective. Everyone has their own taste. And then the last name is William, or Will shortened, and this is one that we really loved. This was in the running for a long time until we realized how many Williams there are. There's just like, that's just such a popular name right now. Granted, I think a lot of the Williams out there now go by Liam. We just decided to try to go with something that was a little less popular. The other thing is that's a family name on Wes's side, which might seem like a good reason to use it, but we both kind of decided to, well, we think we've decided to not use family names just because we didn't want anyone to feel left out. We might be overthinking it probably, but we decided like it would be kind of cool to just use names that have never been in the family before. So yeah, those are kind of like the two reasons, but I do like the name Will a lot. It's just like a good, strong name. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this look at my names that I love but won't be using. I'll have another video soon of the same thing, but for girls' names. And that might have given you a little peek into ideas of what we might be naming our son. Please be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and you can also click the little bell if you want to get notifications every time I post a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.